So you are going to start off in a comfortable seated position. And for many of us, a comfortable seated position might be on a bolster or on some blocks or on a blanket. So hopefully you can see me and I'm centered. I'd like for you to sit up majestically. That means lengthening your spine as much as possible. Anytime that you can and you understand the instructions and you don't need to see me, I encourage you to close your eyes, because I will be moving around a lot to try to show you different angles. So you might open your eyes just to peek at what I'm doing, but then settle back into whatever pose and close your eyes. So the breath practice is actually a really interesting breath practice. You're going to take your tongue and stick it on your palate behind your teeth, like that. And then just exhale with like that. You might make a whooshing sound. Inhaling through your nose to the count of 4. Holding the breath up to the count of 7. You don't have to hold it to 7 if that makes you feel winded. And then releasing it again through your mouth with that whooshing sound to the count of 8. So it's going to look something like this. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold up to the count of 7. Exhale through the mouth with the tongue behind your teeth to the count of 8, possibly making a whooshing sound. If you can do that 2 more times, go ahead. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold to the count of 7. Exhaling to the count of 8. Making a whooshing sound. Return to your normal breath and see how you're feeling. And we'll begin some movement. Anytime you need to change the cross of your legs, go ahead. Or if you find this uncomfortable seated in a cross-legged position, you can stretch your legs out. But I still want, if you can, your body to be as lengthened as possible. Go ahead and dip your chin to your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of your upper body and neck. Come back up. Now, dip your ear off to your right shoulder. Maybe lifting up the left shoulder and dropping it. Doing this a couple of times. If you want to add your hand, you can, but that might make it difficult to lift and lower. Come back up to the center. Go ahead and drop your ear off to your left shoulder. Lifting up your left shoulder, let it release. Lifting up, let it release. One more time. Nice, bringing your head back up to center. Now go ahead and look over your right shoulder. You could even turn your chest and shoulders a little bit with it. Come back to the center. Look over your left shoulder. It's a gentle twist, but not a big twist. Come back to the center. Begin to roll those shoulders out. Feeling the loosening up. Letting go of all that stress and tension that you might be holding in your neck and shoulders. Reversing direction. You can move your elbow up, looking like scarecrow arms if you want to. All right. Now let's go ahead and shift around a little bit. Just getting some movement in the center of our body. Shifting all the way around, shifting the other direction. loosening things up. Interlace your hands behind your head, opening up the chest with an inhale. Drawing elbows together with an exhale, feeling that stretch behind your neck and shoulders. Inhaling up, exhaling, drawing everything together. One last time. Now, if you want to keep your hands still like this, and if you can without hurting your shoulders, put your palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, lengthening up to the sky. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale and exhale. The next time you inhale, leave it up there and dip over to your right just a little bit, not too much yet. Good. Come back to the center and dip to your left. And back to the center. And release the arms and let it go. Giving yourself a bear hug, first with your right arm under your left. Now I don't look like your mirror because I'm doing right under left. You might even curl down a little bit. And then letting it go. And now put your left arm under your right. Big inhale. Long, long, long exhale. And let it go. Shake it out. See how you're feeling. All right, I'm going to give you one other practice to do, which is more of a mental, emotional practice. And then we're going to stand up. So this is called training with 3 difficulties. It's learning to be in your body instead of in your head. And it's also called cultivating fearlessness. So we're going to start off by thinking of one thing that does bring us fear. I'll grease the wheels. My biggest fear on coronavirus had to do with my children, that they would be growing up in a world very different than today. So come up with your fear, whatever it is. Whatever the biggest fear is. Now I want you to notice where you feel that fear in your body. Do you feel it in your gut? Do you feel it in your neck? Do you feel it in your hips? Where are you feeling this fear in the body? I want you to acknowledge that. I tend to feel the fears either in my stomach or my neck. But wherever you're feeling that fear, I want you to acknowledge that. Now I want you to notice how it feels. Is it a red hot sensation? Is it numbness? Is it tingling? Is it icy cold? So describe it. Spend a moment really describing what that fear feels like in your body. Now we're going to interrupt the pattern. I'm going to suggest we all get up and dance and move our body in a way that feels fun, and try smiling. You can sing, nobody's listening. The mic's off, I will not sing, but let's all get up and dance for a moment. Okay, here we go. Dance, move it around, swing your hips, shake it out. Whatever you feel like doing, swing side to side, smile. This is called interrupting the habit. And this is a technique you can do anytime that you experience fear. First, describe it and acknowledge it. Second, figure out where it is in your body. Third, describe the actual sensations. And then fourth, interrupt the habit by doing something different. Go for a walk, sing, whatever you're doing, just stop. And then interrupting it. And this will become a way of developing a new samskara, a new groove in your record.